So, suppose we'll get on that. Wait a second, that's not right. Let me fix that. That should be better. Yeah, that's way better. Alright then, without further ado, going live in 10, 9, 8. Hey world, it's Tobo. It's June 11th, 2013, and welcome back to the party. Now, something I want to say before we get started. Tonight, Drawnonward starts his tutorial series that he's doing on Tuesday nights. This happens at midnight Pacific, which is like frickin' 3 a.m. Eastern Time. That's at twitch.tv/drawnonward. Link is in the chat. So if you want to see that, I highly suggest it. This week is going to be on the banana bread mission, I think. Again, that's tonight. Very exciting. The game I've got for you that I'm going to be casting is Drawnonward VS The Baconator, Canadian Bacon. As is the norm, I haven't actually seen this set. I just know it turns out relatively close. Plan is to go for 22 games. And the reason it's 22 and not 20 is because I don't like ending on balcony, because that always seems to be a little bit anticlimactic. So it's going to be 10 games on Courtyard 2, 10 games on balcony, and then 2 more on Courtyard. So that's how this show is going to go. So without further ado, let me find the beginning of the game, because apparently I forgot to do that like a dunce. Give me a second. This probably won't take long. I apologize. I feel kind of silly. Where's the start? Here's the start. Okay. Drawnonward, playing as the spy off the bat, with Canadian Bacon as sniper. Let's see how this goes. No, John, stop messing with your music and play the game, man. Come on, let's go. I really should have done this beforehand. I apologize. Well. Nothing's happening. There we go! Okay, game is actually starting now. Cool. So, again, we've got Drawnonward as spy, Canadian Bacon as sniper. Drawn going in for a really fast flirt at the statues. That'll probably earn him some suspicion here. Quite likely get him highlight, actually. He spent a lot of time at that statue before he picked it up. That's never a good thing. So, I'm going to go off the assumption that he's highlight here. I can't actually check because I only have one side of the stream, which is a bit of a shame, but not a huge deal. He gets his inspects done. He gets his first flirt in. So, pretty fast start here for Drawnonward. Probably highlight, so I'm not sure if that was a particularly good trade. Fairly nice briefcase, though. So, hopefully that'll help remove some of the suspicion he gained for the early statue trip. Fairly good position for banana bread. Looks like there are only a few people out of convo, but it's hard to tell in the back. Goes for the banana bread anyway. That should get at least 2 lowlights. Again, not that easy to tell from this angle, but it seems to do a fairly good job for him. Here he steps in for his third flirt. Hits the green test on that, so one more flirt from basically anywhere will finish that up. He's got 1 minute and 30 to go. And other than that flirt, all he needs to do is one of the hard tell missions, which is going to be the most difficult part of this. It always is. If you can get one of those hard tell missions in early, you're feeling pretty good on this map. Just hanging out, trying to be as inconspicuous as he can right off the bat. Well, not right off the bat, we're like a minute to go, but I say words, okay? I'm a caster. Alright, here he goes. See if he can get his last flirt in as his flirt takes off with the briefcase. That's some really bad luck. So he actually gets stuck on him for a moment. That could be super bad. Let's see if Drawn can pull this out. It's going to be really hard. Is the seduction target really doing an... Oh my god, he did another briefcase. That is just unfortunate. Drawn's going to have to probably pull a miracle out if he's going to win this. But never count him out. Spy Party is one of those games where anything can happen. I've seen some seriously last minute, like 3-minute combos go, and they've worked. There's the bug. It didn't take, so that's basically it. Yeah, he was definitely spotted though, and now he's dancing. This is kind of awesome. Yeah, not really sure what to say about that except dancing. That was very enjoyable. Canadian Bacon takes the first game, goes up 1-0. As we step into the second match, Canadian Bacon on the spy this time as Jim Bondo, with the man with the blonde hair as a seduction target. Let's skip ahead just a little bit, and not quite that far. Here we go. Alright, game number 2. Canadian Bacon as Jim Bondo, Drawnonward as Sniper. So Canadian Bacon... looks like he's not doing a whole lot early on. A little bit of pathing issues. Canadian Bacon in the chat says this is going to be a very a very high dance game as Mr. Bacon grabs that banana bread right off the bat, with only one low light stemming from it, so that could be quite nice. He's now alone in conversation. Apparently everybody left, so that's interesting. Stayed in that conversation on his own a little bit too long there. I don't think Drawn picked up on it, though, so it should be okay as he heads into the statues to get a couple of those inspections done. So he's getting that in fairly quickly there. I think this would actually be a pretty nice time to go for the swap here. Drawn's not paying attention. Did he swap? He's not turning around so I can see it, but it looks like, check his watch there. He did swap! And Drawnonward takes the shot on green dress for a suspected green test, I suppose. Canadian Bacon goes up by 2. And that's Bacon there, just capitalizing on Drawn's paying attention to the wrong stuff. So, Canadian Bacon saying in chat here that he's using mouse and keyboard for the first time in a long time. So the pathing is going to be a bit of a problem. Drawn goes for a timeout here right off the top, his orange dress. Seems to get away with it fairly nicely. I'm on the wrong screen. I apologize for that. But he did time ad. That's a thing that happened. And got away with it. Wasn't seen. Pathing is usually something I freak out about a lot, so I'll try to freak out at Canadian Bacon less. Drawn goes for that banana bread. That wasn't a banana bread, that was a flirt. I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess the flirt was just so far away, I assumed it was a banana bread. So, definitely not the best flirt. And then again, not the best exit of that conversation, but I'm pretty sure he's still not highlighted at this point, which is perfectly understandable. Here he goes for a couple of flirts. I think he just picked up his highlight there. Not flirts, inspections. I'm having issues with words today, but I shall power through. As he goes in, now this is going to be a nice position for the banana bread. And as soon as I say that, everyone leaves every conversation ever. So, that's a bit of a shame. Drawnonward. He did get that time ad, remember, so he's still doing alright time-wise, even though it doesn't feel like it. As he goes in to see if he can get a proper flirt in this time. I don't think that seduction target's moved this whole game. The conversation picks up, and Drawnonward being very patient for that flirt. Oh my god, doesn't actually manage to get it. Oh, that is brutal. Seduction target picks the worst possible time to leave convo. That sucks. But someone else got shot, so Drawnonward picks up the game anyway. That was... See, thing about Drawnonward is his record with his seduction targets is bad. Seduction targets hate Drawnonward. I don't know why it is, but whenever Drawnonward is playing, seduction targets will be jerks 100% of the time. Jeez. I can't tell you why. Here we go into the next game. As Canadian Bacon on the sniper roll as dark green dress with yellow danger as a seduction target, and here we go. So Canadian Bacon starts off with in convo with one of the suspected double agents. I don't know if that's the real double agent, but the conversations are pretty full. I'm going to go ahead and assume that's not the real double agent. Nope, it was the real double agent. There's that banana bread I was assuming was going to happen. And managed to not pick up a highlight, even though a couple of people did. So Canadian Bacon, with 2 early lowlights, an early banana bread, and no quick highlight. So Bacon doing a pretty good job here. There's another banana bread. I don't know what happened with that, but banana bread occurred a second time. Pretty nice fake banana bread, though, because that time no lowlights were gotten from it, but one highlight was. And still, Canadian Bacon manages to avoid being highlight. This is looking pretty nice. Now, I believe that these banana breads are the only thing Mr. Bacon actually has right now. So this could wind up being a bit of an issue as Canadian Bacon finishes his drink and heads to the statues, hoping to pick up a pair of inspects and a flirt as well, because keep in mind that is his seduction target. So should be able to get that flirt as well as both of his inspects. Very profitable trip to the statues there for Canadian Bacon. As he checks his watch, he is running low on time, picks up a highlight, did not time add, takes a shot for what I can only assume was pathing. I didn't actually see it. I was looking at the clock. And Drawnonward ties it up at 2. So, things are getting pretty interesting here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. See if we can find the beginning of the next game. Here we are. Once again, Drawnonward as spy. Canadian Bacon as sniper going into game number 5. This would be a really nice position to bug, except to drink. So goes for the bug anyway, gets it. That was actually quite a nice move. And then a little bit of issues on the entry to that conversation, but I don't think he got caught out there. So that's a bug done really early. Things are looking up for Drawn. This is actually a really nice conversation to be in, too. Drawn's doing an amazing job so far. Oh, Canadian Bacon saying he got shot for a green swap, which I totally didn't see because I wasn't paying enough attention. As Drawnonward picks up that banana bread. So with 2 missions down and 2 minutes to go, Drawnonward is very much on track. He knows he's got time, so he just heads to a conversation where he's got nothing to do because inconspicuously. Things are going quite well for Drawn this game. Let's see if he can capitalize on it as he heads in to the statues to get a couple of inspects. And, from the look of things, a highlight. Keep in mind, though, he's not very high suspect right now. He just got that highlight for statues. So, Drawn in a damn good spot, minute and 30 to go, and just needs to finish up his flirts. Drawn is looking like he's in a very good position here. Hopefully, he'll be able to capitalize on it. Picks up a nice flirt there, so one more flirt from basically anywhere should finish up that mission for him with 1 minute to go. Canadian Bacon's got his work cut out for him on this one. Drawn is playing this out very nicely. Of course, that early bug is quite likely one of the things that allowed him to do this. Drawnonward playing a very good game here. 30 seconds to go, and just one flirt needed. Gets caught on Toby a little bit and changes path. Oh god, the entry, the conversation. Okay, he got it. Everything's okay. He gets his flirt. I think he's going to win this. Okay, he did it. Drawn, freaking me out, man. Picks up game number 5. 3-2 is the current scoreline in favor of Drawn. And until right at the end, Drawn played that out fantastically. I need water. Drawnonward got that really early bug. Not at the windows, but coming off of the windows. Both him and the... that's what I'm looking for. Ambassador. Why could I not think of the word ambassador? Anyway, back on track, Tobo. Both he and the ambassador were moving when he got that bug. Things like that are very hard to notice, especially since the bugging hand was the one closest to the statue. That was practically invisible. Very nicely done by Drawn for that mission. And other than that, he just played a very inconspicuous game. As he picks up the sniper rifle here, with red tie as the spy he's looking for, and the blue dress as a seduction target. Here we go. You can see Canadian Bacon off to the side here at the windows, starting out the game. Goes for the time ad and takes a bullet. Yeah. Not a whole lot I can say about that, but Drawnonward goes up 4-2. Let's get back to the game, man. That was probably one of the fastest games I've seen. I don't feel like going back to check how fast it was exactly. That was like a 10-second game on Courtyard. That's awesome. So, skip ahead just a little bit to the beginning of this game. Drawnonward, picking up the spy shoes. Canadian Bacon as sniper. As Drawn goes in for an early flirt. This is pretty much the bread and butter opening. Grabs that flirt. DA decides he doesn't want to be here. Too awkward a conversation, I guess. So Drawn grabs that first flirt. Refuses a drink. Everything's going normal. Nothing crazy's happened. Just your basic game of Spy Party here on Courtyard 2, as Drawn heads to the statues for a couple of inspects. I'm not sure I like going to the statues. Actually, that's not an inspect, that's a swap. Hoping to get away with this before Bacon comes around. Bacon does see the statue swapped. Highlights Drawn because he saw him coming out of the statue, but he's not 100% sure about it being Drawn, so gets the highlight instead of getting a bullet. Pretty nice banana bread here. 2 people, as far as I can tell, outside of convo. But because how suspicious he was for the swap, that'll be enough to get him shot there. Drawnonward took the gamble on the swap and lost, but sometimes It's a gamble you gotta take. If that was a green test, Drawnonward probably... If that was a green test, I guarantee Drawn would have aced that swap. Likely would have gotten the green swapper shot as well. But it was not meant to be, alas. Drawnonward played a good game there, but didn't quite hit that green test. And still almost got away with it, to be honest. So, Canadian Bacon picks up the spy as White Danger, with dark green dress as the seduction target. Canadian Bacon in conversation with one of the suspected double agents right now, so it's quite possible he'll go for an early banana bread, assuming that's the real double agent. Yep, there's the BB. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. And he immediately leaves to pick up a statue. Finishes his drink. Picks that statue up for a couple of inspects. Gets himself a highlight while he's at it. So, not optimal, but it'll do. The other danger just did something weird there. Uh-oh. See, those are the pathing issues we were talking about. He got himself stuck on the side of the statue. Didn't actually get shot for it, though, so apparently Drawn didn't actually see it. As we swing around, apparently a green swap has occurred. When he went to the statues there, Drawnonward shoots the wrong person, and Canadian Bacon ties the set at 4. That was a ballsy move, taking a green swap there. Going for the swap statues at all, I mean. That was really ballsy, because if he didn't hit that green, he was frickin' dead. Green swaps are a powerful thing. If you're ballsy enough to go for it when the laser's right on you, generally a green swap will basically win you the game, unless you're already suspicious. But going for it early like that can be a very nice move. So, we're at 4-all after 8 games. Drawnonward picking up the spy role once again here on Courtyard 2. Walks in a circle, grabs a time ad, and steps in for a flirt right off the bat. Fairly nice work with the time ad there. I think he hit the green test, so that's going to work out quite nicely. Doesn't hit the green on the flirt, though, so that's a bit of a shame. Drawnonward playing a fairly good game, so... Oh! Goes for the sneaky. Tried for the twitch flirt. It's a pretty risky move considering where the sniper was. Yep! Bacon saw it! Bacon goes up 5-4. I don't know why he did that. The sniper was like right there, but yeah, that's a thing that happened. All right, this time it's going to be the last game on Courtyard 2 for a while with Yellow Danger as the spy and Jim Bondo as the seduction target, as I believe Canadian Bacon takes a trip to the statues early on, grabs a highlight for it. I think he may have actually swapped there, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and assume he did. So Bacon, with a suspected early swap, as well as a couple of inspects, as well as a highlight. Bacon seems to be doing a fairly good job of this. This is a beautiful position for a banana bread, if he can get it off. There's the BB! One low light. Just the one low light. So that was very nicely played from Bacon there. Bacon playing a damn good game. He's got 3 missions done already. So that's something to keep in mind. That's, again, assuming the swap is a thing. He knows he's got time. Just hanging out, being all inconspicuous like. Things are going well for Bacon so far. Uh-oh. And then mouse and keyboard happens. A little bit of weird pathing as he goes. Steps in to see if he can grab that first flirt. There's that flirt. Minute and 20 to go. Canadian Bacon, 1 of 4 highlights. Technically 5, but that's the ambassador. She doesn't count. So Bacon, playing a really good game here so far. Minute to go, 2 flirts to do. Or 1 if he hits both green tests. But this is the point where he's actually got to start moving. Oh god, the pathing. That actually wasn't as bad as it looked because of the way red dress cut across. He may actually wind up getting low lit for it. But no! Drawnonward successfully identified it as just weird pathing. So, Bacon takes a bullet. Drawnonward takes a win. We're all tied up at 5 after the series on Courtyard. Ladies and gentlemen, drama's occurring. Let's head to balcony. Drawnonward takes the first game. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Game 1 on balcony. Score is tied 5-all as Drawn hits the white test on that initial banana bread and picks up a highlight in the process. This could be a beautiful position for the bug if he wants to chance it. Goes for the bug, nails it, but it was seen. It was just barely seen. Bacon. That was nice. I am surprised he saw that. I really am. Ambassador gave him a huge opportunity. The reason he didn't bug sooner was because that would have canceled him out of a listening animation, and that is a super dangerous thing to be doing. But Bacon swings around just in time. Game 2 on balcony with purple dress as the spy and the man in the yellow jacket as the seduction target. Let us see how this goes. A little bit of odd pathing by Blue Jacket there, as the time for banana bread is now. There it is! Right as Blue Jacket leaves, so that's a bit unfortunate. Didn't get himself highlight though, even though I believe that was a white test. Yeah, that was absolutely a white test, but still, no highlight. There's the flirt. Not a very good one. So, even though he's not highlight, he's going to have to probably do a fair bit of movement to get his flirts in. So, Canadian Bacon doing well and not so well here. 3 highlights, 1 lowlight. Canadian Bacon is in neither of those groups as he picks up another flirt right as the section target re-enters the conversation. Canadian Bacon leaves convo, checks his watch, 30 seconds to go. There's a spot open right next to his selection target, which he does take. I believe that's in range for 50%. Takes a sip of that drink. 15 seconds to go. Here's the flirt. I think if that finished up the flirt, Bacon's got this. I think that did it. It did not! Oh my god, he missed a flirt. Apparently, he was at 96%. Oh, noes. Bacon. 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 Should have known, man. What the hell? It's balcony. There's only so much you can do on balcony. Like, Like, the positioning of the first and second flirt, you had no control over. You did hit the 50% on the third one, which makes me happy. But it was the first two that screwed you over, so nothing you could have really done about that. Good try, though. Played a good game there. Once again, stepping in the balcony, Drawnonward as the spy, Canadian Bacon as the sniper. In a really nice positioning combo there. Besides, he wants to get the flirt at the window. Should get that off. Does, actually. So that was quite nicely done. Window flirts are a fantastic way to get low suspicion flirtations in on the balcony. In a damn nice position for his second one as well. And if Blondo decides to enter the convo, never mind. Red dress left. Grabs a drink here. And starts flirting. So he's got 2 flirts in. Neither of them are green tests. So one more nicely ranged flirt, or a green test not so nicely ranged flirt, will finish that up for Drawn here. But he's never had a chance with everyone in convo. Uh-oh! 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 No! Oh god, the coughing! Dance! No! It didn't work! No! Tron! I'm sorry. Oh god. That was really unfortunate. Yeah. There was really not a whole lot Drawn could have done about that. Once he hit a red banana bread on balcony, you're effed. Let's be honest. So, Drawn loses that game. Very unfortunate. He was playing a very good game there. Burgundy dress is going to be the spy as Canadian Bacon's second turn, with blue dress as a seduction target. Nothing doing so far right at the beginning here. Wasn't able to get in any early flirts, which is a bit of a shame. Canadian Bacon still just hanging out in that conversation as a seduction target, just hanging out by the windows, goes for the banana bread, so said seduction target gets low lit for it. Canadian Bacon manages to finally pick up a no, never mind, that's not a flirt. I thought that was a flirt. It's not a flirt. With a minute to go, and finally the ability to flirt arises, but it's going to be a terrible one. Canadian Bacon is in a bad spot here. He's going to have to leave the combo and re-enter closer to his target, or he's never going to get this done. 45 seconds to go. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Saving grace right now is a distinct lack of highlight. I think he's just going to wait it out, hope Drawn shoots somebody else. 30 seconds to go. I'm pretty sure Bacon's just going to play the waiting game. So it's all on Drawn here. 15 seconds. Is Drawn going to take a shot? Doesn't look like he is. He's thinking about it, but I don't think he's actually going to take that shot. I think it's going to be an overtime affair. There's the overtime. He actually did get that off. Dancing is occurring. Did he? Oh my god! Drawn actually did get the shot there. The bug at 2.1 seconds. Holy crap. I cannot believe that happened. Drawn ties it up. 7-7. Ladies and gentlemen, that was awesome. Yes, I loved Spy Party. Oh man, that game was amazing. Sometimes I forget you can do crap like that in Spy Party. You know, Bacon was actually 2 seconds away from winning. That's awesome. More balconies happening, by the way. So, we're gonna watch the path and, oh god, goes for a window flirt. Gets it off, just barely. I will call that optimal. Okay, maybe not optimal, but I will call that, there was more good that occurred there than bad. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but that's what I'm trying to... What the fake banana bread? Was that a fake PB, or was that a flirt and I just wasn't paying attention? I think that was a flirt. Because this flirt bar is like all the way at the top here. Okay. Canadian Bacon confirms that that was in fact a flirt. And I don't have anything to freak out about, so I'll try to calm myself. Yeah, fake PBs on balcony are not a good idea. Drawn very nearly missing his talk there. That could have been really bad. Now, after the whole window fiasco, Drawn is playing this very conservatively, just really not wanting to leave convo. And his seduction target finally cooperates and goes for a really poorly timed banana bread. Oh my god, Blondo actually took the bullet for that? That's awesome! I don't know how you did that, Drawn, but you did it, and it was amazing, and now you're up 8-7. After 15 games. I can math. Balcony's cool. I'm not very good at casting it, because I'm not very good at playing it. But Balcony's cool. Let's watch more balcony. Red dress is the spy of the match, with light green dress as the seduction target. Let me skip ahead a little bit so we can actually find where this starts. Here we go. Alright. Once again, red dress as spy, light green dress as seduction target. As Canadian Bacon steps into the conversation in a fantastic position to pick up his first flirt. Hits the banana bread early, actually. Not sure how I feel about that. He actually gave up a low light for it. Here he picks up his flirt. Purple dress. Gets herself low light for getting... And then highlight for getting too snuggly for the ambassador. As seduction target leaves the conversation and gets herself a bullet. There was something I wanted to say there, but I never got a chance. So I'm gonna say it anyway. It's 8-all. And when you're playing on balcony, positioning in the conversation is really important. Now, what I was going to say, I don't know why I'm saying this anyways, but I'm going to say it because it's interesting. The way the conversation was set up, he started out right next to his seduction target, got his flirt, and seduction target leaves. Everyone piled in the conversation, but no one took his seduction target's spot. So the biggest spot, and the most likely spot for an AI to enter the conversation, was right next to Canadian Bacon, who, in this case, had his seduction target as the only person outside of conversation. So when seduction target decides to re-enter conversation, it's going to be right next to Bacon. Positioning was fantastic. Now that I said that, I got that off my chest, let's watch some more balcony happen. Okay. Drawnonward picking up the spy boots. Canadian Bacon picking up the rifle going into game number 17. Drawn finishes his drink at the window and steps into conversation in a perfect position for that first flirt. I think I just saw a low light happen and it was funny. Yep, there's that flirt. Didn't quite hit the green test. So, that's a little bit of a shame. Front half of the conversation is wide open. People start stepping in. Full conversation. Here's the banana bread. An orange dress. Took a lot of suspicion from that. Partly because she was talking during, partly because she's orange dress, and let's be honest, it's always orange dress. Now, we've got about a 50-50 chance here when Suction Target decides to re-enter the conversation on how good the flirt will be. Not anymore, now that really obvious entry spot is at the far end. Hopefully he'll go closer to the general, though. Yep, there you go. So that's a fairly nice spot. Not quite enough for a 50, but... So, there's that flirt. 30 seconds to go. I'm pretty sure Drawn's going to have to leave convo if he wants to get this done, which he does do. Steps out to the window. Takes a sip of his drink. And gets ready to pick up that final flirt. Here we go. Actually needs a green test here. If he can hit the green, he doesn't hit the green test. This is gonna be bad. Takes a bullet anyways, so it doesn't actually matter. Canadian Canadian what now? Canadian Bacon goes up 9-8. My words are improving, but that one wasn't a word. Canadian Bacon picking up the spy roll as dark green dress. Jim Bondo as the seduction target. Here we go. Very strange pathing right off the bat. Winds up just hanging out at the windows. Not doing a whole lot, but just hanging out there. Oh, what the pathing. Everything's okay. It looked fairly air-like as he picks up his first flirt here. Okay. So, with two lowlights early on, Canadian Bacon isn't in the best spot, even though he does have a very nice flirt under his belt. Now, he's not Highlight, which is certainly a saving grace. His second target actually leaves convo, so if he decides to... Nope, never mind. He's not going to enter in a very nice spot for the seduce there. Could be worse. But now, as that highlight comes off... Ooh! One of the highlight people is no longer highlight. It's down to 2. Drawnonward takes the shot. Holy crap, I thought he missed. But he didn't. Drawnonward successfully figured it out. 9-9 is the current scoreline. This is a real neck-and-neck race going into the final 2 games on Balcony. And then 2 more on Courtyard. And then doing this a lot. And then we're done. It is very possible that this will end in a draw. Especially considering I'm casting it. So, skip ahead just a tad to the start of this game on Balcony. Drawnonward as Spy, Canadian Bacon as Sniper, and let's see how this goes. Goes for the window flirt early on, gets real close there. That could be fairly suspicious. Didn't even hit the green test on it, so that should get him just under a third? That's surprising. Goes for the banana bread. Even though it was a white test, still pretty nice. In a fairly nice position for flirt here. just out of range for 50, though. Hits the green test anyway. That'll be a huge help. Alright. So, with 1 minute to go, and wow, this flirt is actually going to finish it up. There's really not a whole lot Bacon can do here. Unless Suction Target decides to be a huge jerk. I'm surprised he's actually being friendly this time around. He usually hates Drawn. Someone got shot anyways. Not a whole lot our friend Bacon could have done there. Drawn picks up his 10th win of the evening. And Canadian Bacon, preparing for his last round on balcony. I fell off the horse, but I got back on again and finished my sentence. As long as you find a period, it's all good. You need to take a lesson from Day 9. When you can't think of the words, just keep wordsing until a period happens and then fix it afterwards. Here we go. Final game on balcony. Red flannel jacket is the spy. Light blue jacket is the seduction target. Not the best position for a flirt, but it will do. As he grabs that initial suboptimal flirtation. I very much enjoyed that sentence for some reason. Alright. If Blue Danger decides to re-enter the convo, no, actually, Bacon decides to take that banana bread before our resident Danger brother re-enters conversation. Does not get highlight, interestingly enough. So, Canadian Bacon is one of 2 not highlight right now, so he's in a fairly good position here, assuming he can get his flirts off. A minute to go, and 2 flirts at the very least. It's not going to be easy. But Bacon is going to try. Checks his watch. Goes for a window flirt. I doubt this is going to work. No, there's no way. Ooh, here he can get a window flirt. That should go quite nicely. As he re-enters the conversation, Blue Jacket really likes his watch. I don't know what's going on with that. But as the second target re-enters the conversation, I don't think Bacon's going to be able to finish up his flirt here. 25 seconds to go. This could be bad. There's the flirt. Drawn swings around to make sure no ambassador bugging occurs. No ass pats will occur this game without a bullet going in Bacon's head. And the seduction target actually leaves convo. This could be the break that Drawnonward needs. There's the 10-second mark. Drawnonward shoots for that final flirt. And Drawnonward sitting up by 2 going into the final 2 games. A tie is still possible. We're playing 2 more games on Courtyard. If Canadian Bacon wins both of these, a draw will occur. Let's see if Canadian Bacon can pull this off, or if Drawnonward is able to find himself a win. Here goes Drawnonward playing the first game as spy here on Courtyard 2 once again. Getting ready to pick up a really early flirt. Yes, Bacon, I know there are 10 on Courtyard here, but then I'd be casting for way too long. So, I'm sticking it with these last 2 games. So, Drawnonward, after grabbing a really nice initial flirt, green test and all that, 50%. As Drawnonward grabs a couple of inspects, Canadian Bacon is typing spoilers in the chat. Don't do that, man. Steps in convo. Seduction target says no. Goes for a bug. Ambassador says no. The AI this game are just not being nice people. That's... Okay. Now Canadian Bacon's backpedaling and says he doesn't actually remember. Okay. So, Drawnonward is in position for a fairly nice banana bread. Hits the green test on that too. So, Drawnonward with 2.5 missions done. With 1:20 to go. Goes for the time ad. Hits the green test. Did Bacon see it? I think Bacon may have seen it. Bacon did not see it. Did he see it? He didn't. Oh my god, the seduction target. Are you serious? Are you serious? 1:40 to go. Drawnonward may have bought himself some time, but the seduction target is not cooperating, but Canadian Bacon shoots Orange Dress because Orange Dress, and Drawnonward takes the win. 12-9 is the current scoreline with 1 game to go. So let's watch that game, because Spy Party. Alright, so dark green dress is going to be the spy of choice, with blue dress as the seduction target. Let's see how this goes. Banana bread, fairly early on. 2 lowlights. That actually looked like a green banana bread, so that was fairly nicely done. As Canadian Bacon steps over to the window, checks his watch, no time ad, everything is normal. As he heads over to the statue and picks up a highlight. Drawnonward laughing his head off on his stream for some reason. No swaps occurred, just a couple of inspects. Canadian Bacon doing a fairly good job here. I mean, yes, he's the only highlight, but not many people. Because is this a green swap? This is a green swap. Canadian Bacon takes a bullet. Drawnonward finishes that match up. 13-9 is the final scoreline. I'm done. I've finished. Watch Drawnonward tonight if you're not sleeping. That's going to be awesome. And other than that, I think I'm finished. So, doing this again on Saturday, and until then, this is Deboshi, signing off.